Hello and a very warm welcome to all our viewers in Nigeria and around the world to Global TV's Media News live in Nigeria's capital, Abuja. I am Judith Peters. President Bola Ahmed Tinubu on Friday reiterated the resolve of his administration to improve the education sector with the commissioning of tertiary education trust funds, blocks of classrooms and offices at the University of Ibadan and the Polytechnic Ibadan respectively. The commission project are the construction of the Department of Architecture building and blocks of offices and classrooms at the Faculty of Technology at the University of Ibadan, while blocks of classrooms and offices of the Faculty of Business and Communication Studies, Faculty of Financial Management Studies and Faculty of Science were commissioned at the Polytechnic Ibadan. Tinubu, who was represented by the Minister of Power, Adebayo Adelabu, said the project would in no small measure enhance learning, teaching and the improvement of academic standards. Meanwhile, President Tinubu has assured potential investors that their investments are safe in Nigeria. Speaking at the Saudi African Summit in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia, Friday, the president said Nigeria is ready for business while assuring investors of some of the world's highest return on investment. Tinubu stated that Nigeria is desirous of enhancing collaboration with the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia on combating terrorist organizations such as Boko Haram, ISWAP, and other violent extremist groups which have been terrorizing the Lake Chad and Sahel region. As the chairman of the Fiscal Responsibility Commission, FRC, Victor Murako, has commended President Tinubu's dedication to the enhancement of the Fiscal Responsibility Act 2007. A statement released by Bade Ayahu, head of Strategic Communications Directorate, highlighted the collaborators and collaborative efforts towards fortifying Nigeria's fiscal landscape under President Tinubu's leadership. Speaking during an interactive section of the Senate Committee on Finance and the National Assembly, Morocco said the Fiscal Responsibility Commission is a product of the Fiscal Responsibility Act 2007, aiming to establish a transparent and accountable financial framework for Nigeria. He emphasized the FRC's core mandate, ensuring prudent, transparent, and timely revenue-raising policies, resource allocation decision, and debt management strategies. Despite the delay by the President Bola Ahmed Tinubu to present the 2024 appropriation bill to the National Assembly, the federal lawmakers have promised to treat the document with the urgency and ensure it beats the December 31st deadline. The Senate specifically assured Nigerians that the budget cycle as amended by the 9th Assembly to run from January to December would not fail. The 9th Assembly had in 2019 amended the 2020 appropriation bill from May to June cycle to January to December as a budget cycle. Now, a young man, Umoru Udo, was reportedly shot dead at the Agala Ogene polling unit in the Ayimba metropolis in the Kina local government area of Kogi West East for attempting to snatch electoral materials. It was gathered that Idu was gunned down around 10 a.m. while voting was about to commence at the said polling unit in the area. An eyewitness said the deceased approached the polling unit and forcefully took a Bimolda voter accreditation system, also called Beavers, and smashed it on the ground in his bid to destroy them and stop voting at the polling unit. The late Umaru was said to have indicated his interest in vying for the chairman of Ayimba Garage Road Carrier Association recently, is married with children. The federal government says it will commence charging owners of completed unoccupied houses triple ground rent instead of the single rent normally charged from 3 months after completion. The Minister of Housing and Urban Development, Ahmed Dangiwa, said this in an interview with newsmen during its continuation to site visits of housing projects construction by the government and its agencies on Friday in Abuja. Dangiwa affirmed that the issue of completed unoccupied properties was prevalent in the FCT and some states of the Federation, while many citizens are in dire need of accommodation. The Independent National Electoral Commission, INEC, on Saturday said its top officials had launched an investigation into allegations that result sheets were forged in some polling units in Kogi State. INEC disclosed this on its X handle minutes after pictures of the forged sheets emerged. Now, the Nigeria Police Force has pledged to investigate the alleged involvement of one of its officers in ballot snatching during the governorship election held on Saturday at the Amakwa Ikeduru Collection Center in Imo State. The Force Public Relations Officer ACP Muyiwa Adejobi made this known in a statement shared on his X handle, formerly Twitter handle, on Saturday night while reacting to a viral video of an officer being manhandled by some youth who accused him of ballot snatching at the Amakwa Ikeduru Collection Center during the November 11 governorship election. Sharing the viral video, Adejobi said the Nigeria Police is aware of the allegation regarding this supposed police officer purportedly involved in ballot snatching at the Amakwa Ikeduru Collection Center, Imo State, and that will not take the issue lightly as it will borders on the integrity of the force and the capability of its members to maintain election integrity. And so, therefore, assure the public that a thorough investigation will be conducted and they will update you ASAP. It requires a thorough investigation, they said. The governor of Imo State and the candidate of the All Progressive Congress, Hope Uzodinma, is leading in the 20 local government areas so far announced by the Independent National Electoral Commission. The local governments announced are Oru West, Owerri North, Obowo, Unwa, Gile, Osu, Owerri Municipal, Okigwe, Idato South, Onomo, Ungo, Okpala, Oru East, Iso, Ekwere, Eazu, Mbasi, Owerri West, Insala, Mbano, Ezinite, Mbase, Oguta, Abo, Mbase, and Njaba, according to INEC. Uzodinma scored a total of 429,518 votes across the 20 local governments so far announced by the electorate umpire. The result from the remaining 7 local governments are being awaited. The Commander General of the Nigeria Security and Civil Defense Corps, Ahmed Abubakar Aldu, has condoled with the families of 4 of its operatives killed in active duty. This is as he charged officers and men of the Rivers State Command to be courageous and fight against vandalism of oil pipelines and illegal dealings in petroleum products in the state. Aldu made this call while on a working visit to the command to condole with the command and families of the 4 officers who lost their lives while on official duty at Alakiri in Degema local government area of Rivers State. A father charged all personnel to continue to put in their best with utmost loyalty, dedication, and discipline, even as they serve the nation. The Appeal Court's Lagos Division has dismissed the petition filed by Action Alliance and Accord Party against the election of Governor Umar Eno of Akwa Ibom State. The 3-member panel led by Justice Tani Hassan on Friday dismissed the petition after the Appellate Court observed that the findings of the Election Petition Tribunal were unassailable. The Action Alliance and its governorship candidate Akpan Udod had contended that the party's name was not captured on the ballot paper. They therefore urged the court to nullify the election. However, Eno and his party, the People's Democratic Party, prayed the court to discontinue the submission of AA. The Inter-Party Advisory Council in Osun State on Saturday announced the suspension of its deputy chairman Femi Adesuyi for the alleged diversion of palliatives given to the group by the state government to cushion the effect of fuel subsidy removal. The ZLP chairman had represented IPAC on the committee set up by the Osun State government to distribute food items given to the state by the federal government as palliative. IPAC sources allege that Adesuyi was given 50 bags of rice but delivered only 35 and allegedly kept 15 bags, a development that prompted IPAC to set up a committee to investigate the matter. As the head UNICEF Field Office in Sokoto, Dr. Mariam says Northwest Geopolitical Zone has been lagging behind in immunizing its children. This is according to a statement released by the United Nations International Children's Emergency Fund. UNICEF disclosed that only about 25% of the children's population in the bloc had been immunized. Stating this on Saturday while delivering her goodwill message during a two-day media dialogue on routine immunization and a zero-dose campaign in UNICEF field office in Sokoto, the reports read, out of the 67 million children who missed routine vaccination between 2019 and 2022, 48 million didn't receive a single regular vaccine. As of the end of 2021, India and Nigeria had the most significant numbers of zero-dose children. Meanwhile, the National Industrial Court sitting in Abuja has restrained the Nigeria Labour Congress, Trade Union Congress, and their athletes from embarking on any strike or industrial action. The unions had, after an extraordinary National Executive Council meeting on Tuesday in Abuja, declared a total nationwide strike from November 14, 2023. The unions took the decision following the alleged assault on the NLC National President Joe Ajaero last week in Imo State. However, the federal government of Nigeria, the Attorney General of the Federation, and the Ministry of Justice filed an expert application praying to the court to stop the unions from embarking on the planned strike. In the application, the federal government and assistant federal government told the court that a strike would inflict untold hardship on law-abiding citizens and their businesses. No fewer than 17 shops were affected and goods worth millions of naira were destroyed in an early Saturday morning fire in Oja Tutun, the biggest market in Ile-Ife, Osun State. Although the cause of the market fire in the latest incident was not yet known, the spokesperson of Osun State Fire Service, Adekunle Ibrahim, during an interview with correspondents, said firemen received a distress call from a resident living near the market about 12:30 a.m. Ibrahim disclosed that when firemen arrived at the scene, the raging fire had affected a building that has 16 shops and a container within the market, adding that a team from the fire unit of the Obafemi Awolowo University Ile-Ife also joined the Osun firemen and prevented escalation. Sunday Special gathered the report between July 2019 and December 2020 that this market had experienced 3 fire incidents which destroyed many shops and goods. The coalition of activists and human rights defense in the 36 states of the country has renewed calls to President Bola Tinubu to declare a state of emergency and the state worsening insecurity over the years. Kidnappings were reported in Zamfara State, which was the center of a multi-million-dollar kidnapping for ransom industry. The group also urged the state governor, Dauda Lawal, to focus on moving the state forward and further decried how insecurity had deteriorated in the state. Speaking at a press conference in Abuja, the national president of the group, Suleiman Shekafe, noted that many people had lost their lives and property, adding that many people from the state were scared to visit due to insecurity. The military high command has refuted claims that there has been a resurgence in terrorist attack in the northeastern part of the country. Speaking on this, the Director of Defense Media Operations, Major General Edward Buba, noted that the terrorist attack sought targets in the region to create an impression of a resurgence, he said. There is no resurgence of insecurity in the northeast. We are taking the fight to them. We are rooting them out. Also, speaking on what the military was doing to check the recruitment of children by the terrorists, Buba said the military would elevate another aspect of the counter-terrorism operations to stop that. The governor of Borno State, Babagana Zulum, had recently demanded an end to the recruitment of children by terrorists. You're watching Global TV Media News, coming to you live from Nigeria's capital, Abuja, on StarTimes channel 276. Kindly follow us across our social media platform using a Global TV NG and other handles now showing on your TV screen. We'll be back with more stories for you after this short break. Please stay with us. Welcome back, and if you're just joining us, it's still Global Television bringing you a live broadcast of the AM news from Nigeria's capital, Abuja. Time to talk on some business. African Development Bank, AFDB, says it has contributed $1.5 billion towards advancing the export of value-added agricultural products through the Special Agro-Industrial Processing Zones, ZAPS, initiative. President of the bank, Akinwumi Adeshino, said this at the 2023 African Investment Forum Marketplace in Marrakesh, Morocco, themed Unlocking Africa's Value Chain. The ZAPS program, which was also launched in Nigeria, solely aimed to boost household incomes, facilitate job creation in rural agriculture communities, especially for youth and women, and strengthen food and nutritional security. And now on the foreign scene, China's declining growth is set to affect Nigeria's economic fortune. The International Monetary Fund has disclosed. IMF noted that because China has forged deep economic ties with countries in sub-Saharan Africa over the past 20 years, and recent declining growth may affect growth in Nigeria by 0.5 percentage points on average. China is the region's largest single country trading partner, as it buys 1/5 of the region's exports, metals, minerals, and fuel, and provides most of the manufactured goods and machinery imported in the region. The IMF highlighted it, however, noted that China's recovery from the pandemic is now set to ripple across Africa. The Washington-based lender reviewed this in a post titled "China's Slowly Economy Will Hit Sub-Saharan Africa's Growth." It further stated that the ripple effect of China's slowing economy extends to southern London to sub-Saharan Africa, which fell below $1 billion last year, the lowest level in nearly 2 decades. It highlighted that the cutback marks a shift away from big-ticket infrastructural financing. As well as Israel's footballers prepare to play Kosovo in Euro 2024 qualifier on Sunday, which is their first international fixture since the war broke out in the country in October. Pristina police are on alert after a series of social media posts calling for the game to be cancelled. However, after dozens of messages criticizing Israel's military campaign in Gaza began to cycle social media under the hashtag "Baby Killers Are Not Welcomed Here," Kosovo police told local media that they have been increasing security measures so that the game goes as smoothly as other sports events. Kosovo authorities have already announced that each of the 14,000 tickets reviewed for Sunday's game will be personalized, and only fans who present both tickets and their ID cards will be allowed into the Fadel Valkyrie Stadium. The Football Federation of Kosovo admitted that they considered holding the game in an empty stadium due to security reasons. And that's it on Global TV Media News, coming to you live from Nigeria's capital, Abuja. On StarTimes channel 276. Kindly follow us across our social media platform using the Global TV NG and other handles now showing on your TV screen. On behalf of the production team, I am Judith Peters. Thank you so very much for watching, and I will see you again.